There is a lot happening in the United States right now. We're in the middle of a health, economic, and most importantly, civil crises. It is extremely important that we are taking care of ourselves and each other and doing what we can to move towards progress. We challenge you to seek out a podcast that has people of color involved and listen to the content they're producing. It is incredibly important right now that we are listening to the stories and voices of those members of our community. How do I find those podcasts, though, you ask? There is an extremely amazing online resource at rpgcasts.com that allows you to search through many TTRPG podcasts out there, and you can sort through them and search for games featuring varied casts and crews. And I would very highly recommend the Fun to Say BIMPOC category. And there you can find podcasts featuring casts of Black, Indigenous, Mixed, and people of color. And on the 8th of every month, podcasters look to their listeners for feedback and support. We call it PodRevDay. This Monday, the 8th, please take some time to listen to a podcast that isn't like us, a bunch of white people. Listen to what they have to say and let them know their content is making a positive impact.
And I've seen my fair share of battle and war and all kinds of different things, but not a lot of magic. I haven't seen much of strange portals to other worlds and supernatural things that I can't understand or explain. And staring into that light of that portal, it took me back to something I hadn't thought about in a few years. I thought I'd buried that memory deep, but magic just turns things about. It makes the world not make sense to me. When magic's involved in what's going on, I can't see straight. I know Vasilisa means well, and I know her abilities and her talent, and she's focused on what's right from what I can tell. But now we're headed into something we can't even understand. We can't grasp the weight of what we've been thrust into. We're now on the precipice of something that I can't even explain. I can't put it into words. A mission that is probably going to end in our deaths, according to Vasilisa. We are marching directly into a stronghold of an enemy. We're headed back to town now to gear up and to plan, but that's just the preamble to what comes ahead and what comes next. And now with this feeling in the back of my mind that I can't shake, this drive to go help something I don't even know what it quite is, this Baba Yaga. And from hearing Vasilisa tell about it, it's not even something we want to help in the first place, but now we are bound by some sort of blood magic to do this. And man, this cold it hurts to the bone. And I'm tired of being cold. I'm ready for a warm fire and maybe a good meal and some company and just some time away from this. But now I realize that in the back of my mind I can't stop anymore. There is no more time away or a break or doing what I want to do. Now with Norm and Marge and Vasilisa, we're gonna go face whatever this is. Man, I hope it doesn't turn out. Oh gosh, those flashbacks of what happened before to me. I still see their faces when the life was just snuffed out of them. And I know my compatriots that I'm working with here don't know anything about me, really. I hope that this is not going to be the same thing that happened before.
Wowza.
I like that it was kind of like built off of your last one. It was kind of like a continuation. Like before you're like, wow, I've seen stuff before, but not like this. Now like, okay, no, now I've really not seen stuff like this before.
Yeah.
That was good, though. Okay, so you guys have entered the cave. You have successfully opened the lockbox just on it. Like, it was a 20. You have opened it. There is magic inside.
I would like to do a spellcraft check to see
Do
what this
you want me to
magic
open it
is.
first?
No, yeah. I'm right. I'm just like on top of you. Vasilisa
Whoa.
is hovering
You're
over
all
Valdine's
huddled around,
shoulder.
So get exciting real fast.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I opened the
We're,
box.
settling down in this cave.
You open the box. Inside, you find 4 potions,
Some posh.
some blue-looking crystals,
Blue crystals.
a silver diadem, a diamond, a necklace, a painting, 3 rings with blue gems in them, a very fancy-looking scabbard for a long sword, and a sculpture of dancing sprites surrounding a piping satyr, and cash money.
I didn't write any of that down, and it's all
Wow.
very exciting.
That's a pretty big luck
I
box.
hand the jewel, like the crystal things to you. Like I take them out and start handing them to you.
I want the
So-
diadem.
You want the diadem? I hand that to you
I
too.
want it. Is it magical?
Oh, you should check out the potions. What are these guys?
Oh,
What do these things do?
So I hand Norman Marge the potions. I just start handing.
Oh, I don't know.
start
I don't
handing
know
out
what
loot.
any of this is.
Okay, look. How about you all start the fire? It is very cold. I shall start investigating these special objects.
Oh, before we do that though, could you tell us what is the painting of?
Oh, yeah. What's it look like?
It is a painting of a city.
Is it a city?
White
that-
Throne.
It's oh.
You know that.
My mama had this very painting as a copy on her wall because, I like the capital of yours, and that is White Throne.
You flip the painting over and it says, "To me, Mama from Vasilisa, please love me now."
Oh,
Oh.
I'm
I
kidding.
I was like-
hide the back of the painting, and we never talk about how I've got a
And we leave
craft
very, very
painting
quickly.
on my No.
Vasilisa, what are you inspecting?
Just detect magic,
Okay.
Which-
Blanket everything.
which objects are magical, and then make a little pile.
Cool. The only things magical in here, unfortunately, are the potions.
All right, okay. I shall spellcraft the potions, and I'll tell everyone else these are just fancy objects. You can appraise them, but I shall detect some potion stuff.
Okay.
21.
21. These are potions of Feather Step. For the duration of this spell, the subject ignores the adverse movement effects of difficult terrain and can even take 5-foot steps in difficult terrain. AKA, y'all guys can walk on snow.
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Vasilisa will explain what these potions are.
What? It sounds like something that'd be good to have if we got to run away.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Or
and what's this called again?
it is a potion of feather step because you are light as a feather, but not like I should go jump off a cliff light as a feather. That is feather fall. You are stepping like a feather, not falling like a feather. Important distinction.
That is good to know. Yeah.
What about everything else that has been pulled from here? You guys have a lot of jewelry and some loose gems. You got the painting, the scabbard, and the sculpture, and just a ton of coins.
How much money is there?
You start going through the money. You sort it into stacks. 2,800 gold pieces.
Whoa.
And remember, we are tracking gold weight in this game. But you guys did all start with your magic coin pouches that hold 1,000 coins.
Just meta-wise, who thinks they're the best at appraise checks? I mean, we know that you know everything, James.
Oh,
Thank you
okay,
for that.
fine.
The DM raised his hand.
Because Vasilisa's decent, but I don't know if she has a +5. She will start appraising things if no one else does.
No, Marge is not.
You can roll that untrained.
We
right?
really
You can
are
just
all
roll that.
special
I mean,
snowflakes.
I could just roll a d20.
All right, Vasilisa has experienced the finer things in life vicariously through her mother.
I think
So she's
well,
got some.
What I
she's
think
got
it
this.
is that the people of Heldren don't always have just like liquid wealth to pay you for your services. So you end up
I
just
get-
getting
I
like
barter a
there's-
lot.
Yeah.
It's also that I have a +5 intelligence, which happens to be what appraise is based on.
Nice.
Well,
So
there you go. Okay.
all right,
Yeah, there's that.
I'm going to appraise. Do you want me to do individually stuff?
That's up to you. Do you want to do individual or do you want to do the full pool?
Just roll it for the group. Yeah.
I'll try for the group, and then if I'm really bad at it, I'll cry a little bit.
Okay.
How's
that's
that
fair.
sound?
That sounds fair.
16.
16. You have 4 ice diamonds. Those are 100 gold pieces each. There is a flawless diamond, which is 500 gold pieces. There is the jeweled necklace, which is 400 gold pieces. 3 sapphire rings, which are 75 gold pieces each. The only things you are not sure of their worth are the painting, the longsword scabbard, and the sculpture.
And I'm assuming it's a medium-sized longsword.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
If we find like a small size set of armor or weapon and James doesn't tell us that it's small, I'm just going to...
I mean, the other thing you have to keep a note, too, is that, like, a short sword would be a long sword for a small creature.
I do not know what this art is worth. I admit. I mean, now you can all look, oh, that is White Throne, which is priceless. We shall go there one day, obviously.
Is that an authentic painting, like an original?
I do not know. It's a painting. What I can tell you is, that's a really nice diamond. I would say flawless, even.
So what are they doing in here? And who is here with them? I mean, who brought it here, you think?
Who built the igloos, too? I don't think sprites or build igloos.
Now, Vasilisa, 2 episodes ago... No, last episode.
No, last episode. I remember this, yes.
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I stated an intention that Vasilisa would like to do a spellcraft check in order to identify just what this strange killing himself and bleeding on our things ritual the Black Rider did is.
Yeah. Well, I have consulted the book, and the book said nothing about you being able to do a spellcraft or arcana check about it, and I said, that's fucking stupid. So I made up a table. So give me a roll.
All right, spellcraft or arcana?
Either one, honestly.
That is going to be a 23.
Oh, girl, you beat it by 2.
Nice.
It had 2 different levels. A DC 15, you know you've been cursed by blood magic. But with a DC 21, you...
Cursed?
Yes, you know that you have been tied to Baba Yaga via a spell. Very much similar to the Gaze or Quest spell.
G-A-E-S?
G-A-E-S. Whatever.
How do you say that
I don't know.
word?
So it's
No
either
idea.
that or Quest. And basically what this spell does, it's a very powerful spell. We're talking 6th level here. That's end game. That's an end game spell. It functions like that spell, except it provides you an amount of power as well. So with the curse, it functions like a type of agreement or contract. You guys have agreed to take on the mantle of rescuing Baba Yaga. And what happens is if you intentionally go against the quest or purposefully neglect it, I should be doing this, but I'm going to choose not to. And if you go if the things you are doing aren't specifically to help that quest, say going back to town and resupplying so you can go on the quest, that counts. But if you start to be no, I'm going to stay here for an extra week because I'm tired of this quest and I don't want to do it, you start to take penalties. And you are very familiar with this kind of spell, Vasilisa, with that kind of check. For every 24 hours you intentionally go against the spell, all of your ability scores drop by 2.
Whoa. Okay.
Every day.
Yikes.
Everybody, I have a little bit of news to share. A little bit of possibly bad news, probably not. We are all people of our word, are we not? Yes, but
Oh, yeah.
if you intentionally go against your promise to save Baba Yaga, then you will gradually be drained of all of your abilities and life force until you are just a husk of a person. And
So us going back to town to get
that
everything...
would be fine, because ultimately, like we said, it is to help us be successful at our quest. But we're kind of literally cursed,
I've never been cursed before. How about you?
Oh yeah, I've been cursed many times before.
Not cursed at Valdine, just cursed.
No, both of those things.
Baba Yaga is the most dangerous witch, but Korolyeva Ilvana, the queen currently, is versed.
So we're just trying to get the winter back to Baba Yaga and letting her just have that, yeah?
Yeah, she can have Irison.
Okay. How would we find her, you think?
We know where her house is.
We'll have to figure it out.
White Throne. And I just point at the painting. Right in there.
And do you think no matter where it is we come out of that portal, you might be able to point the direction we should be going in?
I mean, Moya Mama tried to teach me all of the stories. This is where everything is in Irison, but...
I have another table that you can roll on. Specifically, the Black Rider said the Pale Tower.
Mm-hmm.
You might know where that is.
I thought the Pale Tower was
The
where
Pale Tower is where this portal is being controlled from.
Would that be
Right.
a knowledge local for me, maybe?
For you, it is a local or
Okay.
a history, because there is some specific history revolving around the Pale Tower.
Wow.
You can do it. You can do it.
That is going to be a 25.
Girl,
Nice.
crushing it. Crushing it over here.
Rolling rocks.
With a DC 15, you receive the Pale Tower is the center of power for the area of Horwood. Its last known ruler to you was Nazhena Vasilovna.
Vasilovna.
Yes.
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 I knew that.
Now, with a DC 20, you get some spiciness for this.
Ooh.
The Pale Tower used to be the location of a white dragon's lair until it was slain by the white witch, Gertruda Vasilovna.
I don't know why this is difficult. Gertruda Vasilovna.
Gertruda Vasilovna, yeah. The white dragon was slayed by her, and then she erected the Pale Tower, which is basically a giant icicle tower, and established her rule over Horwood. She was then usurped by her daughter, Nazhena, who killed her using poison. The Pale Tower is close to the town of Waldsby.
Waldsby is a shitty little town compared to Morozny, let me tell you.
So you're thinking we're going to come out in that forest when we go through the portal?
Yes, so we will go from the Borderwood, which is friendly comparatively, to the Horwood, and then it should be a giant tower made out of ice, so pretty noticeable.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should get some sleep then.
Wait.
I mean, the sooner we sleep, we
sleep, we go to Heldren, we come back, we go to the Pale Tower, we close the portal, we go to White Throne, we get the chicken hut. Did I forget anything on the list of to-dos?
I think you got it all covered.
Well, I'm thinking that, no one's going to come in because there's a fire at the entrance. But, it'll keep us warm and I'd maybe safe too. And I'm so tired.
It's dark
Yes.
outside by this point.
Yeah,
We should probably set up a rotating watch as well, just to keep an eye on things.
Can
I'll
I
take-
maybe
I'll take
sleep
first watch.
first?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll take
good, okay.
first watch. You guys get some rest.
I guessed a bunch of
Okay.
spells.
Yeah, that sounds good. I am tired too, yeah. Okay. Well, come here, Ghost. Oh, Ghost, you don't have any of your brown fur left. Look at
Oh,
Oh, your leaf armor is so tight on you. Oh my goodness, I gotta take that off. It's like choking you. And Marge takes the leaf armor off that no longer fits Ghost. So Ghost is armorless now.
Oh no.
she got too big for her britches.
Yep.
Maybe you can buy some awesome new armor for your ghost.
Oh, I'm thinking that's a good
In
thing to
town.
do when we get back to town for sure. Okay, well, yeah, but for now,
Let's talk about it on the road.
Yeah.
As
we
we
should
walk.
sleep now. Yes,
Yeah.
darling.
Everybody get some
Yes,
sleep.
Okay. Come snuggle with me, Norm.
Aww.
Paladin goes over to the fire and tries to warm his hands. He's standing there.
He does that successfully.
Nice.
The snow is only illuminated for 5 feet by the fire, and then nothing. And you just hear the howling.
I sit down, kind of lean against the side of the cave wall.
What's he thinking about? A lot of shit has happened.
He is still kind of drifting between the present and the past, and Valdine is thinking about a time when he saw magic not quite similar to this, but something what he suspects is equally as powerful. And it was a battle where the battle surely would have been won had it not been for some sort of intervening magic that he couldn't comprehend, had no idea it was coming. He lost a few friends, and he's kind of just bouncing back and forth between that moment and now as he watches the fire flames kind of crackle and spark.
I think for the effects of this too, you can see a really faint glow in the distance, and you know it's the portal.
Yep. Every now and then he looks over his left shoulder, looks back and sees it, and looks back at the fire.
Yep. Okay. Who you wake up when it's time for your shift to be over?
I'll wake up Norm. And Norm, it's your turn to take watch, buddy. I just put a new fresh barrel on the fire. Should be good.
Barrel. Oh yeah, we're burning the. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You get some rest.
All right. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a minute. Valdine starts snoring immediately.
Immediately. I love it.
And so Norm's just sitting at the fire thinking about how we've, how he was feeling so good just a couple days ago about how the kiddos are safe and like the whole family is going to be fine on its own and everything was great and it was like achievement unlocked. And now he's just sitting here staring at the fire like, you're never safe. Like things are never okay.
Oh God. Norm. Sad boy Norm.
And then eventually he's going to go just gently wake up Margie and be like, hey Margie. Valdine did his shift and then I did mine. So now it's up to you.
Okay, I'll take Ghost with me.
Okay,
Come here, Ghost. Okay.
That's a good idea.
And Marge will sit by the fire and during her watch, she's going to really be thinking about everything that she was planning on doing with Norm here, and that she had kind of another mission in her head that she didn't really fill Norm in on completely, and changes that she wants to make in the world, and she wasn't planning on saying goodbye to her kids quite yet. She was planning on eventually saying goodbye to her kiddos, but this is a bit too soon, and she's worried for them, and she's sad that this part of her life is ending a lot sooner than she thought. And she's just scared. And then when she's done, she will... Vasilisa.
Oh, but is it morning?
Oh, it's getting close.
Oh,
we've got a few more hours, and I think it's your turn.
Okay, the other's fine. Thank you, Marge.
Okay.
And Vasilisa does her usual start to the day. She's keeping an ear out. Obviously, there's not a lot she can see still because snow. But she's keeping an ear out for things, and she spreads out her Haro mat and really takes the time to attune herself to her Haro deck. She is thinking over what the cards have told her and what they might say next. So she doesn't know how she feels about that, and she's thinking over that first reading. So she looks at her cards and she looks at the dance and she thinks about Marge and how Marge really has shown herself to be something of a leader and to kind of know the way that things should be in the world. And she looks at the crows and she thinks about, I really hope nothing terrible happens with Norm. And she looks at the Rabbit Prince and thinks about Valdine and how he has demonstrated some vagaries of combat. Sometimes he aims true and strikes hard with his gun, and other times there was that misfire and he got hit by that skeleton just the other day, and she could have sworn that maybe he would go down. It just could go either way so easily for him. And she finally looks at the cricket, and the cricket symbolizes travel and it symbolizes speed, and she thinks, I never thought I would travel again. I settled down in Heldren over a decade ago, and I thought this is what home is. I never thought I had a home before. I was never at home in Irison. And now I may never be home again. What is going to happen? Where will the cards lead me? And over she just remembers that message of strangers that look to be one thing and are the other. And ultimately that could be Baba Yaga looked like an enemy and now she is my ally. The ultimate kind of twist. And on the other hand, she remembers that warning centered around the Gundersons and thinks, what loved one will be torn away? Something will happen, or has it already happened and we just do not know?
Does she actually do a reading?
I think she does. I think she just waits till it's close to the end of her watch, and then she does a reading for if we go back to Heldren, are we going the right way? And just kind of puts that question to the cards out there. This is where I have to separate my cards.
Pick only the good ones.
What are the good ones? I don't think any of them
Are
are good ones.
Right.
any of the cards good ones?
Pick only the least horrible ones.
They're all scary.
All right. So I think I would say, I wanted to say it was almost like a dexterity, like a kind of travel-based question. But I think actually it's a lot more of a wisdom question that she's looking for the answer to. So in this case, Vasilisa is dwelling on wisdom and what is the wisdom of this choice that we have to make right now. And I am pulling out all of the different wisdom cards. And one of those wisdom cards is going to be Vasilisa's role for this horror reading. All right. The mute hag. That's kind of horrifying.
But they all are.
It's an image of a hag's face without eyes, and in her mouth, instead of a tongue, she has
An eyeball.
Like you do.
So as one
Like
does. So the mute hag is a neutral evil wisdom card, and it might be silent, but the eye the mute hag holds lets her see into the hearts of men. It deals with things like blood pacts, surprise, surprise,
How fitting.
and poisonous secrets. Anyways,
There it is.
Vasilisa definitely shudders a little bit when she sees the mute hag, but then just kind of nods. It makes a lot of sense. And she shuffles. In the leftmost column, there is the Tangled Briar, the Forge, and the Joke. The Forge evokes strength through great diversity, and it is perfectly aligned. So it indicates I have been strong to reach this point. And now that I am at this point in time, I have the Brass Dwarf, the Winged Serpent, and the Betrayal. The betrayal is selfishness incarnate. It can indicate a person whose loveliness hides an evil heart. It can also indicate an envy that twists and leads to devastation. Because it is perfectly aligned where it is in the reading, I have a great concern that some selfishness could be influencing my present. Whether it is my selfishness or someone else's remains to be seen. In the future, we have the Demon's Lantern, the Rakshasa, and the dance. I think of Marge when I see the dance, but that is not necessarily the most accurate association. Let's see. The dance is in opposite alignment from where it should be. The dance is misplaced. It is misaligned entirely within this reading. Which means that the dance means the opposite than it usually would. It is order fallen into chaos in the future. with the demon's lantern also here, it is an order fallen into chaos that speaks of traps and of tricks. The way will-o-wisps lead you off the way, something might try to lead you off course. And I think Vasilisa is really intensely disturbed and just sits there thinking, will Marge fall off course and lead us the wrong way? Or will it be that if we let the dance fall into chaos, we will go the wrong way, and so we should follow Marge? Vasilisa feels way worse than she did before this rest.
Surprise.
All
surprise.
around bad feelings from this reading.
So that is officially our second reading.
Yeah.
And that is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So that's what you do on your watch.
Wow.
And the sun starts to come up.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh.
It is time to get up.
Good morning.
Oh, good.
Morning.
Hey.
Yes.
All right. So off to Heldren then.
And we walk out of the cave and start heading.
What?
Let's go.
Exposition. So you guys start heading back the exact path you came on?
Oh, it seems like the fastest one, so yeah.
It's
I
the
mean,
one
it's like
we
the
know.
cutting- yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Oh, it was the
Rather than
the
doing-
last end was shortcut too.
If we already know, rather than
take
doing any
the
like
shortcuts
pathfinding,
you know, instead of trailblazing to the path you've never been on. So we could try to push to go 15 hours. Or we could go 8 hours, rest, and go another 8 hours and solidly be there.
We could make it to the lodge, and then rest
Like-
at the lodge and make it back.
And then make it
Yeah.
out.
The way.
I think
That's
that
the
that
most-
might...
we have to.
That's the
yeah,
most likely
I think it's
way to
probably
do
the
it.
most sensible
Okay.
choice.
Yep, that makes sense.
So, you guys don't run into any wandering monsters. I rolled all of these checks before.
Oh,
Basically, I'm just going to open it up to you guys to have conversations if you want. And if there's nothing else you guys want to explore with each other, we can go ahead and wave it to the lodge and do the same thing. Lodge to Heldren's going to be blank.
okay.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're all very focused right now. I don't know.
I think you guys are too.
I'm not.
Maybe a
Mine's
little
not
on
going to be
edge.
wandering. I'm not going to be doing like idle chatter.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I
gonna be
think
task at hand.
Vasilisa is solidly focused on, like, she's holding her cards. She hasn't put them away. She's got Marigold's reins in one hand and her deck in the other, and she's just
You're fretting about it.
yeah,
You're like
she's
so fretting about this right now.
She's torn between just like worried about like, is there a lion? Is there another weird creature? And also just like, is this the wrong choice?
Yeah.
Should I have
Should I have
told
done
them
that?
the
Should I have done
detail?
this?
What do the cards mean?
I say Marge is going to be scanning the tree lines constantly because of that lion she saw, and she was so, I could have helped, but I didn't. You know, I missed one of my
And
things I could have done.
she's
to
not
help.
seeing anything, but she's like still.
Oh
extra.
yeah, she's gonna be super just focused on just looking at everything and seeing if she can see something coming to give as much warning as possible.
You guys have reached High Sentinel Lodge again after traveling the better part of the day through the cold. You guys decided to just push yourselves and get to the lodge, spend the night, warm up, and then do the rest of the push to Heldren tomorrow. And you guys arrive at the lodge, and it looks about the same as it did before. More snow has built up along its roof. The different areas where you guys might have walked before have been kind of filled in with snow as it continues to fall. But the promise of a nice enclosed area, being able to stoke some fires back to life, it's a welcome sight for sure, especially with how heavy the day has been. Really just marching through, not talking, lost in thought with everything that has happened.
We arrive at the lodge.
You guys are standing outside of the lodge.
I'll go in and secure the perimeter real quick, do a check, make sure everything's okay.
Marge is going to take a look at the trap that was set up outside with the pots and pans and the bow and arrow to see if she can get it set back up. Because she's thinking that it might not be a
interesting.
bad idea to have a warning if somebody walks up while we're sleeping, because we didn't really...
Well, give me a roll.
Oh, okay. A 3.
Yeah, you're super lost.
I'm not quite sure how this all goes together. Valdine.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Well, I was thinking that that trap that Normie set off when we came to here with the pots and pans and stuff.
Oh.
I was thinking it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and get that set back up again.
Valdine frowns thinking about the pots and pans.
Don't worry, Normie's better now.
Frowns.
He frowns. He like
He doesn't
yeah,
laugh
he, like,
to himself,
literally
like,
no, he just frowns. He's like, I remember those.
What
I
do
got
you-
shot because of that.
What would you think about putting it back together?
Sure. Yeah, let me go take a look, see what I can do.
What do you want to roll?
How about disabled device?
Okay.
16?
Nope.
Hmm.
You're futzing with it and you're looking at it. You think that if you take some time with it and are really careful, you can get it set back up, though. It'll probably take you like 10 minutes to
Take a
figure
20.
everything out.
Okay. Well, give me a few minutes, Marge, and I can set it up.
Now, did you guys decide to all sleep in the same room on your bedrolls, or do you want to separate out into the numerous bedrooms of the lodge?
I
We're
think-
gonna stick together. Won't
Yeah,
we?
same room, same as last time, just the central room.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
where the fireplace
by the
is.
fireplace
Yeah,
and
that
spread
makes
out.
I think that makes the most sense. And we can hear both doors if anyone tries to come
We
in through a door.
can shove the big table up against the back door and
Ooh.
just lay out our bedrolls and have
Good
a
idea.
slumber party. Also, just a beware kind of thing. We are going to be going to Irison. There are a lot of, you might say, evil witches in Irison. Think about maybe defending yourself from witch-type spells,
Well,
or
how do you do
hexes.
that?
Like, Vasilisa picks up a necklace she's wearing, and it's got this ivory carving of a walrus, and she just kind of holds it up. This is a hex bite or charm.
Oh, do they have more of those in town?
Not in Heldren, no.
Oh,
But probably
so keep our eyes open as
in
we're
a
traveling?
city or somewhere. Yes.
Mm.
Also, and Vasilisa lifts up her left foot and just kind of points at the heel, and you see like a little shiny bit, almost like she's nailed a nail into her boot heel. You could get a hex nail.
I've heard of these before. Some of the soldiers I used to know would keep them in their boots. It protects from witches. It's essentially some sort of repellent of some kind.
Well, it
very
kind of
interesting.
repels witch-like spells and charms a little bit.
Yeah.
A word of caution. Anyone found with a hex nail in Irison is executed for treason. It's
Oh, dear.
considered treason to even own one because, again, witches are the rulers of Irison, so trying to defend yourself from them is like saying, fuck you, leaders, do not try to lead me, One last thing about witches, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Every witch has a familiar.
Hmm.
If you want to cripple a witch and you cannot get at her, kill her familiar. My familiar is my horror deck, so a little hard to kill it. You could, I guess, destroy it, but if you did, I would murder you. So I recommend you do not hurt my cards.
But if we see another witch, we can hurt their cards.
Another witch usually has a little creature. Moya mama, it is a Arctic fox,
I knew a holy man once a long time ago in Opara, and he had a similar situation with a holy symbol. He carried with him something that represented his connection to his deity, and it was taken from him, and he was all but destroyed. It crippled him.
I realize, like, compared to other games I've run, I don't give out snowflakes very often.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to reward a couple right now. I want
Oh.
to give one to Elizabeth and I want to give one to David
Oh.
because you guys are very much in character helping to explain factual lore about the world. Like, this is all canon stuff from Pathfinder, and I think it's
Sweet.
a really cool way to incorporate it, share with our listeners who
Do it
might
in
not know
character,
everything. Yeah. So you each get one because
Good job,
those were
guys.
some really great tie-ins.
I picture that we are really just sitting in this lodge. That we've secured the perimeter. We've set up we've locked the door. I mean, we've done what we can. Now it's like we're actually having this conversation.
It's our first chance to
we're sitting down, kind of processing,
forcing to breathe,
we're taking it all in.
Yeah.
We're like, and this is what, and you're talking about. Okay, protecting ourselves, warning the people who don't know about where we're headed, about what we're about to face. Like, this is the conversation we would be having. Is
absolutely
exactly
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And how to plan, what to buy.
Yep.
I've trained Ghost to keep watch while we're sleeping in case somebody comes, and I feel like that maybe we're not going to come into any real hard stuff, and a lot of bad guys since we took a lot of them out coming up here. So I'm thinking if we all want to just sleep and get 8 hours, we can let Ghost watch, and then we'll just
get an early start in the morning.
Yeah, and we can just keep Ghost, in the middle of the group, and she can just hang out while we're traveling.
Okay, I suppose so.
I think based on our trip here from the portal, we're probably all right.
I should hope so. I do think, we never did find that Fofin. Do not. There might
we
be
talked to him.
Fae
I
and
thought, and he was totally
we
nice
never
to
find
us.
the real fair.
Speaking of Fofin, do you remember the lady that was pretending to be Lady A was actually talking about something that was had like a bat with a long nose, and I don't know that we have.
And the wings is that
seen
the one
anything
that
like
attacked
that, and
me
so that's something I'm still
in the
kind of like.
snow?
Maybe.
When you and I were fighting together, is that the
It
thing
was.
that-
I couldn't see anything. Did you see a bat with a long nose?
I just saw something flying coming in. I wasn't sure what it was. But
It
maybe.
was very hard to see anything in all the snow, really. Plus, Fae can sometimes just go poof, invisible, and I hate it. Stupid.
Well, I suppose we should be keeping an eye out no matter what.
yeah,
'Cause
for
who
anything.
Who knows what's left of that group?
Yes. Well,
Will you
let's-
clean up? I feel like I need to, so that way we don't start getting some really bad, stinky, rotted flesh smell going on here in the cabin. You want to help me, Normie? We're doctor and a nurse. We could clean up this room, this hospital room, and
Yeah, I kind of think we should all
Infirmary?
just stay in the main room, though. And that's why I was asking who owns the place, because I feel like we should just get back to town and let them know, what's going on in their building and that they should take care of
they
it.
should go clean it. Oh,
Yeah, we're only here for the night. I don't think you guys need to mess with that.
Yeah, I
Let's
think we
leave
need
it.
to be worried about ourselves. We should get some rest.
I think it's someone else's mess
okay.
at this point.
It's very sweet of you to think that, though, and want to offer to do
Indeed,
that for me.
that's very nice of you, but
I met a bard once in a town who loved to clean things, and if he were here, he'd clean that right up in a jiffy. But I don't think it's our business to take care of that.
Okay. Well, then we should just go ahead and get some sleep.
yes.
I think I'm ready.
What is on Ghost's list of tricks?
Guard, heal, watch, come, defend, down, and 2 times
Yep, just
attack.
checking to make sure you have watch.
I do.
Cool, that's
Yep.
fine then. So Ghost might be tired tomorrow, but at least that allows you all to bunk up for the night.
And just do 8 hours instead of 10 or 12.
Okay, so you guys can wake up at 2 a.m.
Whoa. Oh, God, it's going to be so cold.
Oh, it is, and it's
That's
gonna be
8
dark,
hours.
But
That's 8 hours from 6.
we'll
You guys
get- we'll get to
don't have
Heldren
to leave at
fairly
2
early.
a.m., but that's the earliest you could head out.
And we've got 8 or 10 hours of travel from here to Heldren.
I think it was an extra long day, and we were going to have to push ourselves.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah. So if we're trying to push ourselves,
Then getting up at 2
if
o'clock
we
in the morning
leave
is a good idea.
early, we stop, maybe try to
Yeah,
find our
it's-
campsite that we came to on the way in
And stay for an hour and warm up.
warm up for an hour.
So,
Just
yeah.
to split it in half.
I have to spend an hour preparing my spells with my familiars.
Okay. So that'd be 3 a.m.
And then if you give me a little bit more time, I'm gonna prepare and use a whole bunch of good berry spells. Because I have a bunch of berries, and that way we might save some wand charges if we eat some berries instead.
That's very smart.
Up to 8 berries per person per day worth of curing, and then we don't need to use rations either. So,
Because we have 9 charges left.
fun fact, only reason Vasilisa can cast good berry is because she is a summer witch. It's not normally a witch spell.
Nice.
So-
That's very cool.
And I'm gonna cast good berry 5 times.
And how many berries does that create?
2d4 per casting.
Do you need some D4? Can we roll D4s?
I could roll 10 d4s
At
all
the
at
same
once.
time.
Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't
All
that
right,
sound
all
cool?
right.
Here's another D4.
Here's D4.
Here's one.
Okay,
Here's
okay.
one.
Here we go.
Here's another one.
I've
Do you need
got.
more? We got a ton more.
I'm up to 6.
I have 9. Do you need 9?
I need 4 more, please. Oh my gosh, these are pretty. We should take a picture of all
Here's
these
another one.
D4s together.
Here's 3 more.
That one's mine. Don't lose it.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, I see some 4s.
Yeah. And some 3s.
Some good rolls in there.
It's exciting to roll this many dice at once, even if it's a little bit of a fabricated situation. I'm excited. Vasilisa just sits down and pulls out a big old handful of berries and really focuses on them magically for a little while. Bats away Norm. No, you can't eat these snozzberries yet. I know they're your favorites, but no. They're for a spell. Okay, so at the end of it, she can tell that a total of 28 berries
Nice.
are now good berries.
And they're worth 1 hit point each, and you can eat like a handful?
Each of these transmuted berries provides nourishment as if it were a normal meal for a medium creature. So Norm and Marge will feel a little bit overfull, but you'll have to deal.
We can split one. You want to split one?
Oh, yeah.
And
we totally can.
the berry also cures 1 point of damage when eaten, subject to a maximum of 8 points of such curing in any 24-hour period.
So everybody gets 7.
That's awesome.
That's really good. So in the morning, you all gather your things up. You make sure that Ghost and Marigold have a little bit of extra firewood with them, and you guys set off before the sun rises. How are you guys lighting your path?
Vasilisa pulls out her iron torch and hands it to whoever's going in front.
Oh, and Norm and I have dark vision.
Okay. Vasilisa saves the iron torch for herself because she cannot see in the dark the way that those cute little rat folk can.
So you pull out this little stone and you kind of set it above and let go, and it starts orbiting around your head in a 2 foot to 3 foot diameter pattern. Okay. You guys start trekking it.
All right.
And as you guys go, you start to cross the different areas in which you had certain events happen. The first one is you guys reach that campsite where the bandits try to ambush you. I need 2 cold checks from everybody. DC 15 to start.
Don't forget survival first for a +2. I got 16 on survival.
You can help 1 person.
Okay, I'll help Vasilisa.
Yay.
Everybody meet the 15?
Yeah, I got 23.
Yep, I got
All right,
25.
16. Survival first if you want to. 19,
Marge
Marge.
got a 19, yeah.
Vasilisa.
21.
Valdine.
Yeah, over 20.
Cool. As you guys make your way from the ridge, you head down to where you guys found the body of Old Man Dansby.
Oh, we're going to have to cross the river again.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You guys make it
Does
to...
it seem colder than it was before?
No, it seems the same.
Oh,
Okay. Good, not good.
Do we remember where we crossed last
The
time?
footprints would still be there, I would think.
No, I think they've probably been
Not
snowed
along
in.
the ice. I need a perception check.
Snow's probably covered it up. It's been really
3.
snowy.
Who's the highest?
Valdine got 28.
Yeah,
That's the
you're
highest.
able to see your way and lead everybody across the stream. 3rd cold check, please.
I rolled a 19.
Not
Survival,
so
16.
survival 23. Everyone gets +2.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. I got 25 then.
25 too. Same here.
Hey.
Valdine failed his cold check.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no! After he helped everyone else
I
too.
know, and he got really cold.
Oh,
Yeah, he did. 6.
ouch!
I take 4.
You take 4. You are fatigued.
And hypothermatic.
I take it you eat a couple Berbers.
4
Yep.
of them, maybe even.
So as this cold sinks in, the sun is now just finally starting to come up. So you start to feel a little cold and you eat a couple berries, almost like a mandated prescription breakfast.
Which approved.
Okay, you guys continue on past the icy river until you guys reach the narrow game trail
Is
where
that
you
snowman
guys...
still there on the other side of the river?
There's no snowman.
He's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, interesting.
And what is in its place? Does it look like it?
A
is
little
there-
pile of snow.
Okay.
Okay, but not like
There's a
singed.
sign off to the side.
I assume the snowman melted, and I think no further about this.
Oh, he's not gonna, blow us up or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna
That's
just
just
keep
weird.
walking.
Yeah, you guys have passed the campsite where the bandits attacked you. Then you passed the area where the cold frozen river was, where you found the body of Old Man Dansby, and now you guys have reached the area where you saw Finfa, the talking stag.
Fawfin?
Sure.
Fawfin.
He could have been lying. He could have easily been lying.
That's true.
And another cold check.
All right.
You don't say.
How much?
18.
Valdine failed.
So did Marge.
I got 19.
Ooh.
Valdine feels cold again.
So does Marge feels cold for the first time today.
Marge 5, Valdine 3.
I take 1. So I
suppose I'll eat
berry,
3 berries.
and I feel better. And let's keep going.
I'm glad I remembered
almost
I
back
could
to
make
Heldren.
berries. Okay.
Okay, let's keep
Well,
pushing
we're
on.
not really almost to Heldren. Should we maybe go 1 more hour and see how we feel and
Ooh, that's what
I'm
possibly
thinking.
stop then? Get to the other side of those creepy trees with the
Oh, yes.
hanging things?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Let's try
Let's
this.
just
Snowflake for remembering what the next area is.
What?
wow.
It's
Yeah, I was
raining
like-
and snow.
I knew it was coming. I just didn't say anything.
So you guys make your way yet another hour until you reach those creepy fucking trees that you guys kind of like slowly moved your way through before,
Don't look at him.
with the weird bundles of like wrapped up feathers and leather and bits and dead birds just hanging in the tree, swaying slowly.
They're really disturbing still. Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything new and strange in the area?
Can be in.
Not a bad idea.
I got a 21.
Yeah, just a 17.
Marge got a 15 and Ghost got a 9. So nothing great.
Valdine,
Um,
did you want to?
I didn't know I was.
Okay, that's fine
Just
then.
like pushing on.
If you're focused,
Yeah, I'm just like focused on keep going.
okay. Yeah, you guys don't see anything new.
Okay. Let's just keep going, guys.
DC
All right, so let's be careful.
19 cold check.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, crushed it this time.
25 for Marge.
24.
23 for Vasilisa.
Oh, I see we just keep going. I'm feeling
Yeah.
great.
Okay. 1 more hour and see. We should be what? 5?
You guys are currently 5 hours from Heldren, and you are 3 hours to get out of the snow.
Oh, yeah. Let's push on.
All right, let's keep trying.
We still have a few charges on the wand, right?
Oh, well, yeah, we got 9.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah,
okay.
we can make it
If
out of- I think
comes
we
down
can
to
make
it,
it
I
out
think
of
we
the
should
snow.
just keep
All
going.
right, we shall power on.
Plus, you guys can have my berries.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I
It's
mean-
true. You don't
Well,
really need them.
it doesn't help too much. None of us can eat more than 8. Well, you can, but only 8 will heal you.
All right.
Are you okay, David?
Valdine, get your mind out of the gutter. We know Marge likes Norm's berries, okay? But we do not mean it that way.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
D's what? D's berries.
Okay, we keep going.
You guys keep going, and another hour later, as the time reaches 10, the sun is now starting to reach its apex in the sky, and you guys come across the area where the Tatzelworm popped out and
Tatzelworm.
attacked you all.
Is the Tatzel worm still laying there dead? Or is
What
it been
time is it?
chewed on?
Yeah, it's still hanging out, being all frozen and dead and shit.
And nothing else seems to be have eaten.
Oh, no, it's
Are we
been devoured
Oh,
rolling
a
a
little
check?
bit.
Good,
It's
good.
been
I'm
picked
glad I
over
could
a couple
help.
times. Yeah, survival and cold check.
I actually got a 16 survival. I did it.
Who do you want to help?
I got everybody's survival, so
Oh,
I got you.
I
you
helped
go.
myself twice because Valdine's too busy helping everybody.
24 for
yeah,
Marge.
25 on my cold check.
28.
Okay, you guys are good.
Damn.
Good.
You guys are crushing it today.
Woohoo!
Feeling better now.
I mean, we leveled up and I put another rank in it, and at that one point seems to make all the difference.
Okay, this one is a little bit longer of a little trek, but you guys end up back at the area where the chest was buried in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
You know now that you're getting closer and closer to the road.
We're almost out of the cold.
Oh, we're so
DC
close.
21.
Okay, let's see.
Or we think. We don't know if the cold has spread
Oh,
further
yeah.
since we've been...
26 on the survival.
Oh, so
I was
we all
going to be
get
able to do the same thing,
survival.
so
All right.
woo! Cold check. Yeah!
32 for my cold check.
Jeez.
I got a
20.
30 for my cold check.
Is 20 not
Uh,
enough?
No,
No, it's
oh,
not.
no.
it's a DC 21. right?
I'm cold. So cold. Well,
3. You need
Oh,
1.
you only take
I
one.
have one berry.
So you're good.
You eat your last berry.
And he can only benefit from one more berry today.
This is true. Good math, Norm.
And the last hour has you guys pushing out of the forest and back to the road where the caravan was attacked. Things still look pretty messy, and you guys finally make your way out of the forest. And as you continue walking, you can see the edge of the cold as you guys exit, but I need one final check. DC 22.
Natural 20 on my cold check.
I rolled a natural 20 on my cold check
Nice.
too.
I got a 28.
Okay, you all are fine. As you exit the cold and you can finally start to feel the warmth of summer again. As you make the final leg of the trip. It has been 8 hours. So this last leg is 2 more hours of
So
walking.
tired.
You can push yourselves through it.
Oh no, but it's gonna be so energizing though. Like
To be
you'll feel a
warm
second wind, like for
Yeah,
sure.
Marge is going to take her cold weather outfit off. And
Vasilisa is so excited by the warmth. I think she just kind of stops for a long moment, immediately strips all her
Breathes.
cold weather stuff off, and just basks in the sun.
Because let's think about it. How long has it been now? It's been
a couple days.
multiple days
that we've been cold.
Just basking.
They've been freezing in the middle of summer.
Just sunbathing right in the middle of the road. Just like there for this.
There's going to be 2 checks because it's 2 hours past the regular 8 of walking. The check is going to start at a DC 12 and then a DC 14.
And
And
it's
is
just
fort?
a 20+ hour con.
It's
It's just straight con.
Straight
It's
con
a
check.
constitution check.
Okay.
I failed my first check.
I made my first check.
I failed it so hard. I got a 2.
Oh, do I need to roll for Ghost too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Failed. I got a
Con.
4.
Oh, Ghost has a better con than I do.
Should I roll for
That didn't
Marigold?
matter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ghost
Donkey
is super
Con.
tired from that sleep.
I don't know Donkey Con.
Donkey Kong. Valdine got a 19 on both rolls.
Looking. What happens if I fail my first check? Because I
If you have failed your check, you are going to be taking 1d6 of non-lethal damage
That would be
and
Ghost.
going to be fatigued.
Okay. Ghost
So
grew
you
up all
guys
of a sudden.
can push yourselves. Right now, you just can't run or charge. But if you fail your next check and you are fatigued, you will become exhausted, which carries much steeper penalties.
All right.
Who takes damage?
I do.
Just the
Ghost
three
does.
of you? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Vasilisa, you take 6. Ghost takes 5. Norm takes 6. This is non-lethal, and
Ouch.
if you cure the non-lethal, you are no longer fatigued.
I think.
Oh, use the wand.
I mean,
Let's use
Or do you guys want to
Nah.
push the last hour?
Vasilisa is gonna eat 6 berries. Nom nom nom. Feel fine again. And try again to push the last hour.
Yeah. I'll do it too.
How many berry? Well, do you have a berry left?
I have a spare berry if you need
'Cause-
it.
And I'll
Because
have a
Ghost-
spare berry too.
Ghost is not doing so well, and I think
Oh
I
yeah,
have
if
one too
Ghost
few.
wants to eat a berry, here.
Oh,
There
awesome!
you go.
And then I'll feed her the rest of my berries too, and then she's fine. Okay.
So yeah, I have.
Last
So
hour.
I'm gonna eat all those, and then I'll have one berry left after I eat all those.
All my berries are gone, but Ghost is good.
I've had to walk for a few days before without rest, so I'm used to it.
And the last hour you guys push, and I need another constitution check. This one is going to be a DC 14.
Oh.
Okay.
Vasilisa fails and Marigold passes.
Tie goes to the roller. 14.
19, Valdine.
Ghost and Marge both fail.
Vasilisa failed 2.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Vasilisa 1, March 5, Ghost 3.
Oh, only 1?
Only 1.
I eat my last berry. That's amazing.
And you guys make it back into town very tired. This has been 10 hours today walking. It is currently 2 p.m. And as you enter the town, you see people in the streets start like yelling and like running around and talking to other people. And a lot of people are just coming out of their shops and homes as you all make it back to the wonderful town of Heldren. Perhaps the people have heard rumor of your great tales. Maybe Lady Argentine and her assistant and Yosef the woodcutter have all made it back safely and spread word of your heroic tales.
Ooh.
Or maybe they all died.
Oh, no.
We'll have to find out next time on the Dimension Door Podcast.
They're shouting at us? just want to keep going.
Holy shit, they're back! Oh my god, guys, look at them! Woo!
Turn around, run away.
I really hope Lady Argentina is still here because I just remembered we have her lockbox full of stuff, jewelry.
Oh, she
I'm
should
sure
be
she
gone.
wants that back.
Please stay tuned for more information about Pod Review Day. Our opening and ending tracks are by MDK Music, and all other music is by Zach Kreitler.
Write a review, and then you can share it.
With the world. In any social media platform.
And then your friends see it, and you can share and discover new shows together.
This is Steph, instigator of PodRevDay, Podcast Review Day.
And I'm Andy from Inspired Money.
And I'm Ariel of Earbuds Podcast Collective and Castbox.
We're here to tell you everything you need to know about PodRevDay.
Which is on the 8th of every month, of every year, of every century, of every... you get it.
We are posting podcast reviews as part of hashtag PodRevDay, Podcast Review Day.
Because podcasters work their butts off and deserve to know how much they've impacted your lives. And you can do that through reviews.
Even 1 star feels surprisingly good.
Does
It
it?
lets you know that people are at least listening.
Don't be a passive podcast listener. Write a review and tell your favorite creator what you love about their podcast or about a specific episode.
And to participate, you just need to do 1 review.
And we'll see you every 8th of the month.
PodRevDay, because podcasters deserve to hear it.
Hashtag
PodRevDay. PodRevDay.